Hey everybody, how's it going? Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com. This is the NoDQ.com Hell in the Cell predictions video. I am being joined as always by good old JM, Jeff Meacham. How you doing today, Jeff?
Well, we can't give you good old JR because he's retired, so we'll give you good old JM instead. How about
the next best thing?
Next best thing, that's right.
So Hell in the Cell,
hats,
Hell in the Cell this Sunday, live on the WWE Network from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California.
Yep. Tried everything to be there, but not going to happen this time.
Yeah, I'm not going either, so I guess we'll have to settle for the WWE Network.
Hey, you know what? No matter how you see the Cell, yes, it's been homogenized, the lack of blood and everything, but the Cell is always an ominous presence. It's always so cool to see it being lowered around the ring for whatever match it's going to be.
You looking forward to this show?
I am. I'm looking forward to like I said, the presence of the Cell more so than the overall card. It's a decent card, don't get me wrong, but the Cell always brings out the best in whoever's inside it. So you got two great Hell in a Cell matches. You got a decent undercard. The World Championship match is the undercard. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
So you know, shows like this, they're very hard to predict. They're very hard to see what's going to happen. I always look forward to doing these with you. So let's get.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking forward to the card that much.
No.
I think the build-up has been somewhat weak. Raw has really been lackluster lately, in my opinion, and I feel that it just hasn't really been built up well. I think that it'll still be a good show because Hell in the Cell has been decent over the years. Last year was actually a pretty good show.
Last year was a good show.
The Ambrose and Rollins match,
yep.
I thought was probably the best PG Hell in the Cell match. And overall, WWE pay-per-views have been consistently good.
Yeah, there hasn't been a really bad show the last little while. It's just, you know, the Raws leading up to it have been very mundane.
Yeah, the television shows just haven't been that captivating. I think that's been a problem. But Hell in the Cell should be very solid overall. So let's get started here with the kickoff pre-show, which was supposed to be Randy Orton and Dean Ambrose against Luke Harper and Braun Strowman. But now Randy Orton is off the card. Apparently, he has some sort of injury, a shoulder
or something.
That's what's being reported.
Right.
And he's not going to be on the show. And instead, they're doing a rematch from Raw as the pre-show match. We have Neville, Cesaro, and Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev, Sheamus, and King Barrett.
And the heels won Monday, right?
Yes.
So I think the face is going to win Sunday.
I mean, to me, that seems obvious.
Seems obvious, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know.
It's the back and forth.
Yep.
The even Steven booking, as they say.
And considering how lame they've had to book Rusev since this whole engagement angle came out, you know, his team looked strong Monday, so I think they're gonna have to look weak on Sunday just to compare.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's the pre-show match.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody really cares. It's 6 guys that are stuck in that mid-card
Hell in a Cell, ironically enough.
Yeah, so it is what it is, and yeah, I think it's pretty obvious the good guys will get their win back.
Alrighty then.
So moving on to the main card, we have the IC title match, Ryback challenging Kevin Owens for the title.
I think whatever happens, whether it's a DQ win for Ryback, whether it's a cheating win for Kevin Owens, however the case may be, I think Owens walks out of Staples Center still the Intercontinental Champion.
To me, that's the obvious finish. I mean, it's definitely too soon for Kevin Owens to be losing the title. He's got a lot of momentum right now as a heel.
Yep.
And with Ryback, I mean, they haven't even really built him up as a credible challenger. He lost to Seth Rollins on Raw.
Exactly.
They haven't even built up Ryback to be a credible challenger. They did have him come back out later on the show and confront Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens took off, but still.
But Kevin Owens always takes off.
Yeah,
so you know, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't even care about Ryback as a challenger.
I don't either.
So I think it's
I don't care about as champion either, honestly.
I think it's very obvious to say that Kevin Owens retains the title here, and
yes.
If Ryback won for some reason, I'd just be shaking my head at that one.
If he does win, it'll be a DQ win, if anything.
Yeah, which could very well happen, but yeah. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens winning, as I feel he should.
Okay.
All right, next up we have the tag team title match. The Dudley Boys, once again, challenging the New Day.
Well, we said at the first time that the Dudleys would win.
Well, I said that it was too soon at Night of Champions.
You did. And then I said at the Garden it would be a title change. and it didn't happen.
Yeah, well, that would have been a feel-good moment in New York for the Dudleys to win.
But I believe that the time is, once again, I believe the time is now, as John Cena's song would say, for the Dudleys to finally get their 10th Tag Team Championship in WWE, 24th or 25th overall, whatever it is, 27th, whatever it is. The New Day needs to find a way to move on and not necessarily break up the stable, but have a more presence in the singles world too, and not just be the dominant tag team. And I think getting the belts off them and giving them to the Dudleys is the way to do that.
Let them stay a faction, but maybe have one of them go for the IC title.
US, exactly, yeah. I mean,
maybe change up the team a little bit. Put them in singles matches, but keep them together as a group.
Exactly.
You know, similar to the Wide family, and sometimes you can do 6-man matches and that sort of thing.
Yes.
I mean, maybe they'll go babyface and they'll feud with the Wide family. Who knows?
There you go.
I mean, they're so over with the fans.
Well, there are 4 Wyatts now. If Luke Harper comes back from wherever he was gone Monday.
Yeah, who knows what's going on with that?
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. I definitely feel now is the time for the Dudleys to win the tag team titles. The fact that they've been chasing the titles and they've come up short a couple times now really seems to be the right time to go with them as the new champs.
They should make a no DQ match to make sure that they don't get themselves disqualified.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't add some kind of stipulation for the pay-per-view.
Tables match, something. Yeah,
it's just another tag team title match.
Yep.
And we haven't seen like a third person. There's been the speculation, even though he's been out of wrestling, there's been the speculation about Spike coming back or having a third person to team up with the Dudleys to counter.
Well, they had Cena on Monday and it didn't work either.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. If John Cena cannot help
the Dudleys, what can they do? But they can't beat him.
But now without John Cena, they'll probably win the titles on Sunday.
That'd be awesome.
So, I don't know. The whole thing's just silly. All right, so speaking of John Cena, we have the John Cena U.S. Open Challenge, a mystery opponent for John Cena. Lots of speculation going around. A lot of people are bringing up Tyler Breeze.
I was going to say, you and I were talking about this on Facebook Monday night. He's the obvious choice, but is that more of a obvious, let's give him the moment, or is it more of a letdown, oh, we expected this, okay, whatever.
Well, all right.
I like Tyler. I always have. But I don't know if giving him this shot now is so much of an expectation that WWE will go somewhere else with it instead.
Well, let me ask you, do you think that his character is credible enough to beat John Cena? To me, his gimmick seems like it's opening match. I don't see Tyler Breeze as a guy that's going to come into WWE and be a main eventer with that character that he's currently doing with the selfie stick and all that.
Well, the thing is, he's been that character his entire NXT run, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's been mad debate about him on Cage Side Seats and the other wrestling sites besides No DQ about, is Tyler Breeze's character, does his character have him pigeonholed as a NXT lifer?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he is, but I am saying that maybe this is the chance to get him in the ring with a John Cena and show that his wrestling skill can outshine his often lame gimmick.
Yeah.
So maybe he's the one.
What about Samoa Joe?
Joe would be cool.
Now, they did not go with that whole Joe Finn Balor split.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet, but Joe kind of got the runaround from Regal on NXT about having to be in the Battle Royal as opposed to just being outright named #1 contender. So he's upset about that. So I'm thinking maybe frustration will lead to him turning on Finn down the road. So to bring him up now and take him away from Balor, I think is the wrong way to go.
Is there anybody else in NXT that you think would be a good contender? Because I'm assuming that whoever challenges Cena will beat him for the title since Cena's taken the title.
That's what I'm saying. If that's the case, then Tyler's the guy. If it's not going to be an NXT person, whoever it is going to beat Cena, I believe. I believe you're right on that.
I think my prediction is it's going to be Dean Ambrose, since Dean Ambrose is not currently on the card due to that match being pulled, and he's going to be one of the top baby faces with Cena gone.
So let him take over the role as the U.S. champion from Cena too.
That's my.
That's a good prediction. If it's not Tyler Breeze, it'll be Dean Ambrose.
That's what I think is going to happen.
There you go.
So, all right, we predict that Cena will lose the title.
Whoever's going to be, Cena's going to lose. Yeah.
Unless WWE decides to swerve everybody.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so anything's possible. But I'll go with a title change, even though it's hard to bet against John Cena, as we've said time and time again.
It always is, absolutely.
All right, so next up we have the WWE Divas title match. Nikki Bella challenging Charlotte, trying to regain the title and start a new streak.
It's one of those things we talked about with Owens earlier. It's too soon for Charlotte to lose the championship.
Exactly.
Charlotte had all this momentum behind her. Should have beat her on Raw the Monday before.
Yeah.
But they gave it to Nikki to make sure she would beat AJ's record. It was like, oh, God. And then we knew. It became predictable that she would win at Night of Champions.
Right.
So for her to lose now would completely not only kill Charlotte, but completely kill the Revolution altogether.
It would just be completely counterproductive.
It'd be completely counterproductive to the last 4 months of Divas programming.
Yeah.
So, no way she loses.
I think the logical finish here is Charlotte beats her decisively, and then you build up Sasha Banks and do Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Divas title.
We got to have Sasha and Charlotte on the main roster as a championship match, because their matches were always good.
Yeah, that seems to be the direction. The fans keep chanting, we want Sasha. She should be going for the title.
I want Sasha. Come on. Make it happen, WWE.
Yeah, I just fear that Nikki will win the title back, and then that'll be the way to get Sasha Banks in the storyline.
If Nikki wins the championship back Sunday, not my prediction, my guarantee, like Vince McMahon, is I will not watch Divas matches anymore on Raw or SmackDown. I will watch NXT.
There you have it. You have Jeff on record saying that. I'm going to go with Charlotte. I think she should win, and I think she will. But
I do
once again, anything's possible.
Yes.
All right, so we're moving on here to the main event matches. One of the main events, it should be a main event in any arena in the country. The World Heavyweight title match.
I love it. That was good. That was old school. I like that.
Monsoon reference there.
That was good.
The World Heavyweight title match. Seth Rollins versus
Kane.
The Demon Kane.
Yeah.
And if Demon Kane loses, Corporate Kane is relieved of his duties.
Because they threw that stipulation in, you know Rollins is going to win. They have to get Kane away from the director of operations.
Please. It's so played out.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
They don't need him. They've got the authority in charge again. They don't need Kane to help out.
I agree.
So, easy prediction. Seth Rollins retains the championship.
Yeah, I know some people out there want to see the feel-good moment of Kane winning the title one more time, but in my opinion, it shouldn't happen. Rollins has too much momentum as champion, although he has been losing a lot lately, but
yeah.
I think Kane having the title would be a mistake. I think Rollins has more mileage as champion, and you can even turn Rollins' face at some point and maybe eventually have Rollins break CM Punk's record. I don't see the point in the title change. I mean, I guess there's a possibility since WWE might be desperate for ratings, they might try to do something.
Yeah.
But they haven't really gotten that desperate. They haven't done anything like that in a long time.
Considering how low their ratings are, they should be.
I honestly don't think Kane winning the title is going to boost ratings.
I don't think so either.
So
the fact that they had Austin and Undertaker and Brock and Shawn Michaels and Seth Rollins and all these guys on Raw Monday night, and their rating was whatever it was, you know, what are you gonna do?
I mean, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So you might as well just keep the title strong.
Exactly.
Have Rollins retained.
Exactly.
And what do you think about a cash in?
Keep the champion strong, not just the title. Keep the champion strong.
Yeah. What do you think about a cash in possibility? I don't think it should happen.
I don't think it should happen either. Honestly,
I think
if it was gonna happen, it should have happened last month.
I think whenever Sheamus does try to cash it in, he should lose. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Maybe they'll tease it again, and somebody will stop them. You know, they'll do the usual crap where Sheamus is about to cash it in, but since the bell never rang, it's not official. You know, they do that time and time again.
Every year they do that at least once.
So, or maybe they just won't do it all. I think it's better just not to even bother on this pay-per-view. I don't think it's necessary with all the other stuff going on.
Although Sheamus is in the first match, so maybe he'll have time to rest.
Maybe. The pre-show match.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the Hell in a Cell matches. The first one, the strong one himself, Roman Reigns versus the new face of fear, Bray Wyatt.
The Eater of Worlds.
And he's got 3 guys watching his back now.
Well, but they'll be outside the cell, though.
Yeah, until, you know, like the cage breaks or some weird crap. Referee gets knocked down and they grab the key from him.
Right.
But, yeah.
I don't know.
You have to think that, you know, with Bray Wyatt's magical powers, you know, he can appear in the ring with a hologram or whatever.
He's like the Warrior of '98.
Yeah. He'll somehow find a way. You know, in the warped logic world of WWE, one would think that the Wyatt family would be able to find a way to get inside that cell.
But they also want to keep Roman strong.
Maybe one of them would be under the ring.
Maybe.
I think Roman's winning.
I think he is too, but it'll be a struggle.
Yeah, I think.
For sure.
But I think the Wyatts will find some way to try to interfere, but in the end, Roman Reigns will still prevail.
Yes.
And he'll move on to whatever they...
And I think Roman's going to prevail because he's going to be the babyface that prevails, while in the other match you're going to talk about...
Yeah.
The not really heel, because Brock's not really either one.
Although he did back down on
Raw. He did back down on Raw. I think Brock is going to win that one.
Yeah, so we got the main event... The Hell in a Cell match, WWE billing it as the final...
The final chapter!
Final chapter, just like Friday the 13th Part 4 was the final chapter. We
sure.
saw how that worked.
Yeah, we saw how that worked. 6 movies later. 8 movies later, excuse me.
And that's not counting the reboot, is it?
No, it's counting the reboot.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so this is apparently the final match, and if it is the final match, I think Brock has to win here. He's counting the Friday the 13th movies. So
yeah, 8 movies later.
So yeah. I think that Brock should win. I think he should win decisively. I think WrestleMania should be The Undertaker's last match and, you know, let him go into the Hall of Fame and end his career that way. I do not think Undertaker should be winning here. I think Brock is your long-term prospect.
Yep.
He's the guy that you can build up in the future and have him face other top stars
it's
like
so funny
Reigns.
they called Brock Lesnar a prospect in 2015, but it is what he is.
He's under contract.
That's
They're
right.
investing a lot of money in him.
Yeah, that's right.
You gotta... Make Brock
you gotta go where the money is, and right now the money's with Brock Lesnar.
And you know, going back to other discussions, he ended the streak. That's something significant. You got to keep him strong.
Yes.
For Undertaker to win this feud, it pretty much erases the whole idea of him winning the streak and being dominant over Undertaker.
Exactly.
So Brock has to win here. I mean,
yes, he does.
There's no other way around it. I
No,
think.
there's not.
If Undertaker wins, I'm just gonna. I don't
upset.
know what I'm gonna do.
You'll be upset.
I'm gonna complain online and do video with my disgust.
That's right.
About the situation. But yeah, I'm going...
We'll tape it here? You can tape it here if you want.
Yeah, I'm going with Brock to win.
As am I.
Okay, so that'll wrap it up for our predictions. Leave a comment, youtube.com/NoDQCAW. Let us know what you think. Who's going to win? Who's going to lose? What would you like to see happen? All that good stuff. Leave a comment. Follow Jeff on Twitter @_Jeff Meacham. And of course, stay tuned to NoDQ.com for full coverage, live results, all the latest news and rumors. And on that note, we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.